God, this is a little bit more gossipy than things I want to talk about, but at least it kind of has a connection with the Ghislaine Maxwell trial that I kind of sort of touched on towards the end. But this is going to be another case that involves the royal family, which is something I couldn't give less of a shit about. But it really looks like old Prince Andrew there, the old party prince, yeah, might have liked to have been partying at a preschool. Queen Elizabeth strips, apparently in person, not like that either, she's very old. Prince Andrew of royal and military titles. Yeah, apparently it was like a face-to-face thing. It's like, sorry Andrew, ya out. Give him the kiss on both cheeks, and then he just slunk back in the easy chair going, why? I'm smart, not dumb like everybody says. So who knows, maybe he'll be taking the trip on the rowboat out on the old pond after the civil case ends up going through. Prince Andrew was stripped of his military and royal titles Thursday, a day after a Manhattan judge allowed the sexual assault lawsuit against the disgraced royal to move forward. Again, this is something from so fucking long ago where it's really going to be tough to bring up any relevant evidence, but every time that he gives an interview on this subject, this motherfucker looks as shifty as shit. He never has any good, uncontradictory answers to any questions that are put before him. He looks guilty as shit, but can you prove it? Okay? I'm not trying to run cover for some fucking alleged pedo, okay? I'm just saying, you gotta prove it, even though he looks guilty as shit. With the Queen's approval and agreement, the Duke of York's military affiliation and royal patronages has been returned to the Queen. And no, Meghan and Harry, you don't get them just because they've been abdicated. Fuck off. Buckingham Palace said of the 61-year-old prince. Wow, he's only 61? Well, all those years of trolling the elementary school playgrounds really catching up with you. A royal source confirmed that Andrew would no longer use the title His Royal Highness. Yeah, because that would be just a little bit embarrassing to bring up in court in any official capacity, and his other roles would be distributed among other members of the royal family. He is, however, still listed on the royal family official website as 9th in line to the throne. Yeah, good luck. The Duke of York will continue not to undertake any public duties and is defending this case as a private citizen. Wow, with just extensive financial backing that he had previously procured from his years of being a royal. Just saying. The palace said the sex assault lawsuit against him. Andrew's monarch mom had already barred her middle son from performing royal duties amid the severe backlash sparked by his disastrous 2019 BBC interview justifying his friendship with pedophile Jeffrey Epstein and his right-hand whore, Ghislaine Maxwell. No update on that mistrial that might be coming through. Oh yeah, right. All of the motions and all of the opinions are supposed to be coming through towards the end of the month and into February, so that's when things will start kicking up. The prince, a former Royal Navy helicopter who flew in the 1982 Falklands War, initially retained his military titles. Yeah, because he wasn't going to be going to court until he started to go to court. And then it's like, okay, yeah, the crown isn't going to be partaking in any of this cancel culture nonsense, but if you're going to be going in front of a judge, yeah, we're just going to need you to go. This is more of a you issue than an us issue, so you're just going to have to go ahead and go it alone. If you clear your name, we'll just go ahead, we'll keep everything all tidy for you, but good luck to you. If you need anything, just let us know, okay? Don't call us, we'll call you. We'll be keeping tabs on this. Just okay. They included Vice Admiral of the Royal Navy and Honorary Colonel of the Grenadier Units, the stoic soldiers famed for guarding Buckingham Palace in their distinctive bearskin hats and red tunics. Cool. The Queen's decision Thursday followed mounting calls for Andrew to finally lose his titles. Imagine caring so much about that you're petitioning the crown for something that doesn't mean anything, doesn't really have anything other than just a letterhead purposes. It's like, oh my god, you're no longer going to be the Duke of York. Oh no, my responsibilities of being the Duke of York. Who gives a shit? Imagine being that useless sack of shit. But again, this is just all cancel culture people who would actually be petitioning him. Or rather, petitioning Buckingham Palace. This week, more than 150 veterans signed an open letter calling for the move, saying he had brought the armed services he represents into disrepute. He's 61. He hasn't been relevant in the military since, in 1982, before I was fucking born. He understands that he is your son, but please do not leave it any longer, the letter urged the Queen, who is the head of the British Armed Forces. Yes, we know. Well, sort of, kind of. I don't think she's going to be out there in the fucking trenches telling George and Winston to climb over and siege the barracks. Not quite her speed at, 90,000 years old. All of us have served our country and are proud to have done so. For that reason, we are particularly upset and angry that Andrew remains a member of the armed forces and continues to hold military titles, the veterans wrote. I don't think he uses that as much as Duke of York or Prince Andrew, but I get the sentiments, I suppose. You just don't want to see the medals pinned to his chest, anything. Officers of the British Armed Forces must adhere to the very high standards of probity, honesty, and honorable conduct, and fucking kids is not a honorable vocation. These are standards which Prince Andrew has fallen well short of. No shit. We are therefore asking you to take immediate steps to strip Prince Andrew of all his military ranks and titles, and if necessary, that he be dishonorably discharged. But we'll wait for the decision to come out. Yes, beforehand. Thursday's announcements also came a day after Andrew lost his bid to dismiss a sex assault lawsuit filed by Virginia Roberts Guthrie in Manhattan federal court. Funny thing, her testimony during the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. Oh wait, she didn't testify at all? Huh. Weird. Weird. Of course, close to the prince told the Post Thursday that he was unsurprised by the ruling. Yeah, no shit. Wednesday, given the way the judge had greeted their arguments with robustness in an earlier hearing. Yeah, because they want to make their fucking bones on this anyways. The scandal in court case will likely hurt public support for the monarchy. Not really. I don't know. Everybody's kind of like, yeah, that dude's the black sheep, and what he was doing with sheep, a little questionable. Oh, in the UK, Diane Clehan, an expert in British royal family, told the Post, does she live there, or is she just one of these weirdos with a whole bunch of royal books, like some fucking lonely geriatric? It's quite disastrous, said Clehan, author of Diana, The Secret of Her Style. The Secret of Diana? They're easily discernible, kind of like a Rorschach test on a Paris tunnel. In my view, 2022 will be one of the worst years the royals will face. Is that what your magic 8-ball told you? I couldn't imagine a less important position than being a British royal expert. Ugh. Prince Andrew's loss of accolades comes 2 years after Prince Harry gave up his military and his Royal Highness titles and moved to the U.S. with wife, Meghan Markle. But he still likes to use those titles because, sounds better. Sounds better than being Harry Markle or Prince of Footstool or Meghan's bitch, whatever. If the royals have proven anything over the centuries, it is that there are very much people who understand the importance of adaptation. Okay. But this has been an extraordinary amount of change for them to contend within a short amount of time, said a lady. All right. This Andrew mess and his lame excuses has put a white-hot spotlight on the royal family. I believe the monarchy will survive, but it will look very different after this, and so will its key players. Yeah, like the 9th in line for the throne. Something that he'll definitely be able to realize before he dies. Somebody who I didn't even know fucking existed prior to his hilarious interview. The fact that he'll be shirked out. Harry will probably end up getting divorced from that fucking domestic abuser. Yeah, I don't think really much is going to change unless the old bird finally croaks. That'll be weird, but we'll see what happens, and we'll see what happens with this case. I'm not going to follow it too terribly closely because, frankly, I don't care about all this stuff. Okay, yeah, rich and powerful people are creeps. Mord 11. No, that's not in reference to the escorts Prince Andrew likes to see. But with that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.